Good morning. I am Ramanand Nayak, selection grade lecturer in Chemical Engineering Department, Karnataka Government Polytechnic, Mangalore, on behalf of Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. I am today going to present the subject Petroleum Technology of 6th semester. In that, Unit 1, Drilling, Origin, Composition, and Properties. The course outcome on successful completion of the Unit 1. The students will be able to recall the origin, occurrence, and illustrate the exploration of crude, identify the properties of petroleum products, explain the methods of determinations of petroleum products with their significance. Let us see what is petroleum. Petroleum is actually an abundant source of aliphatic and aromatic hydrocarbons. It is occurs in the earth crust in all possible states. It also contains cyclic hydrocarbons and it occurs as a light brown to dark brown viscous oily liquid in underground deposits in various parts of the earth. It is a mixture of various hydrocarbons of homologous series, namely paraffins, naphthenes, and aromatics. Petroleum mainly contains the elements like carbon, it is around 84 to 86%, hydrogen around 11 to 14%, and other elements that are present in the crude petroleum are oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and this actually rarely constitutes around 8%, including different metals in traces. In Greece, petroleum is considered as petra means rock and oleum means oil. That is, petroleum is rock oil. ಕಲ್ಲೆಣ್ಣೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ. The first oil well was drilled by Colonel Drake in 1859 in United States of America. A large quantity of gaseous hydrocarbons, generally first member of alkane series, occurs in association with or without petroleum. This gaseous mixture is known as natural gas. In natural gas, methane is the main constituent nearly 98 to 99%, right? So next we'll see the origin of and formation of petroleum. Various theories have been proposed for to explain the origin of petroleum. The major theories are carbide, Mendeleev or inorganic theory, then Thieves' findings, Eagler's theory or organic theory, and modern theories. As for this carbide theory or Mendeleev theory or inorganic theory, petroleum originates from purely inorganic source, largely by the reaction of molten metals like aluminium and calcium in the interior of the earth during the geological periods, with deposits of coal under high pressure and temperature to form respective carbide. That is, aluminium reacts with carbon and gives aluminium carbide, and calcium reacts with carbon, gives calcium carbide. For example, the calcium plus carbon reacts gives calcium carbide. Aluminium Al4 plus 3C gives Al4C3 aluminium carbide. These carbides subsequently interacted under high pressure with water which is existing in the form of steam, gives rise to saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. For example, calcium carbide reacts with water, gives calcium hydroxide and acetylene. It is unsaturated hydrocarbon. Aluminium carbide plus water gives aluminium hydroxide and methane, which is a saturated hydrocarbon. The unsaturated hydrocarbons are further undergone polymerization reactions to form higher molecular weight paraffins and aromatic hydrocarbons. For example, acetylene plus hydrogen gives ethylene. On further hydrogenation, it gives ethane, that is saturated hydrocarbon. Acetylene on polymerization gives benzene. Ethylene on polymerization gives C6 hexylbenzene, C6H12. Ethylene on hydrogenation gives this one, ethylene, and further it gives ethane, sorry, butylene and butane. Ethylene on polymerization gives butylene, and further on hydrogenation it gives butane, that is saturated, unsaturated and saturated hydrocarbons. The another theory is to explain the formation of petroleum is Thieves' findings or Igler's theory or organic theory, which is established in 1886. According to this theory, petroleum contains compounds related to chlorophyll, that is green part of the plant, and heme. The observations of number of workers that in the higher boiling fractions of petroleum contains optically active compounds which are generally formed by the natural living processes shows that petroleum has an organic origin. It is believed that the plants and animals' remains were deposited in the form of ooze beneath the water on the beds of lakes, swamps, and seas during the geological periods. There may be several such layers of different layers like sand and rock throughout the ages, and these remains cut off from the atmosphere and being very much interior of the earth were subjected to enormous pressure, and as the temperature was also very high, the conditions were favorable for the decomposition of organic matter into petroleum. The manner of conversion of organic matter to petroleum and the reactions involved are not very clear. The next theory is modern theory. Here, the one assumption is that the decomposition of organic matter initiated through the agencies of some bacteria, that is anaerobic bacteria, which is followed by several stages of physical and chemical changes. ಅನರೋಬಿಕಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಿಂದ ಡಿಕಂಪೋಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಥಿಯರಿ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಥಿಯರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭೂಮಿ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಮೆಟಲ್ಗಳು ಅದು ಅದರ ಕೆಟಲಿಟಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿಯಿಂದ ಇದು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಡಿಕಂಪೋಸ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲಿಯಂ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ. Another view is that the conversion of organic matter into petroleum takes place some catalytic activity of certain elements or substances in the interior of the earth. For reference, the students can refer the following books: Reuse Chemical Process Industries by George T. Austin, Dryden's Outlines of Chemical Technology by Gopal Rao, Petroleum Technology by Dr. B.K.V. Rao, a textbook of Chemical Technology 2 by G.N. Pandey, Elements of Fuels, Furnaces and Refractories by O.P. Gupta, lecture note from NPTEL, Google search. These are the resources. You can make use of these. Next, we'll see some of the MCQs. Petroleum occurs in dash. Options are A. Earth crust, B. Ocean, C. River, D. Mine galleries. Option A is the right answer. Petroleum occurs in earth crust. Second one, the first oil well was drilled in the year dash. Options are A. 1849, B. 1859, C. 1869, and D. 1879. The correct answer is option B, in 1859. Third question, as per the carbide theory, petroleum originates purely from dash. Options are organic source, B. inorganic source, C. both A and B, that is organic and inorganic source, D. none of these. Out of these, option B is the right answer. Right. Fourth one, Eagler's theory explains the formation of petroleum is dash source. Options are inorganic source, B. organic source, C. either A or B, and D. none of these. Right answer is option B, it is by organic source. Petroleum dash. Options are option A is optically active, B contains mainly olefins, C does not contain asphalt, D does not contain aromatics. Petroleum is optically active, so option A is the right answer. Option A is the right answer. Thank you.